Hi, good morning, good afternoon, and also good evening, guys, depending on whichever time of the day that y'all are going to come across this video. I'd like to welcome you all onto my channel, guys. Yeah, man, I just hope that everyone is good. I just thought, good yazin, let me just do a commentary or my review based on the last episode of The Real Housewives of Durban, of which I did manage to check out. Man, oh man, oh man. Yeah. So where do I start, bafethu? Idrama iningi lapha, idrama iningi, honestly speaking. At first, between Minnie and Ulondi London, at first I did kind of feel like, okay, Ulondi was the one who was actually ebemchuluza Minnie. I do not want to lie to you. That's how I felt. And we all have our own opinions. And shout out to yours too. But also shout out to mine. Now, in terms of the whole thing, at first I did feel like ukuthi, okay, Ulondi was uye bemchukuluza yabo, especially with that dress that Minnie was wearing, the pink dress, and Amapigo. As also Risha was even asking, what is Amapigo, when she even knocked it glass and it broke, and Ulondi was just laughing. But at first I thought it was just into ukudlala, ukuthi wena, lokudelelana kokudlala ku-playful. I thought it was that, but unfortunately it so also happened ukuthi everything and how that the first time when everyone is introduced to Londi, it seems like they, after that night or that whole gathering, there was a phone call or something like that. I wouldn't be shocked because on this specific episode, Minnie, if I'm not mistaken, she did talk about it. There was a phone call or conference call that they had where they were speaking about Ulondi, and they all reached an agreement. Basically, I'll assume and say that it was an agreement ukuthi bazomshaya ngomzimba. They are not going to give her the time of the day, or till the time of the day or the time of the day, I do not know. But basically, vele bazomtshela iscrap and uyabanyela. You understand? First things first, this is very deep, even for it to even get to a point ukuthi yes, the twins were upset, but because of the costume or the name brand that Ulondi wanted to see, because Ulondi said something along the lines of she wanted high-end brands to be worn, and then the twins decided to wear their own brand, of which it was advertisement. Now to advertise their own business, because it will also not make sense ukuthi they wouldn't, nanokunye, you have a brand, a clothing name or a brand name in Pasha, why not rock it, and yeah. So Ulondi was not happy with that with the episode before the one that I'm talking about, when they were at the pool party and all of that. Is it that one or the other? Yeah, but still within this season. So yeah, they got upset because of that, and then Minnie, I guess, Minnie just jumped on board after Nonku. I just take it to Minnie just wanted to also be in good books with Nonku, and also this thing of wanting to fit in. Laba bathi hayi cha mina ngizomtshela. I wouldn't even be shocked if that was also the energy that she was also giving kule conference call that they were having. Ukuthi yeah, mina ngimnqeni-ke, mina angimsabe, mina ngimsabe, ngizomtshela-ke nje where to get off, who engazosijwayela kabi lo uba yena, and all of that, you understand. So yeah, man, and then so shuthi linka up like that, guys, in terms of having to, they shared a common enemy or the person that they do not like, and then they became BFFs like that. Honestly speaking, our friendships that are based on that, they never really last. They never last when you'll gang up together in the name of you do not like someone, and that's the reason you're all friends. It's just never going to last, because look what happened as the episode was progressing, because Ulondi ended up having to apologize to the twins, and they ended up being in good spirits. Now Minnie is the one who's left outside to dry, and she's busy talking about this apology that ulentuzana uLondi must give it. Which apology is she talking about? Because what did Ulondi say about her parents? Because the only thing that Ulondi was asking is that, who are you? So when somebody is asking you, who are you, or who are your parents, that's disrespectful. That person is basically insulting your parents and also you when they're asking you that. There are a lot of people who do not know you. Minnie, I was even asking myself, Minnie, where do I know her from? And then I remember when she was on Idols. Check this out. You know, a lot of people have been dragging her. I'm also here to drag her because uyasinyela uMinnie. Angifuna ukuqambela amanga. At first, when I saw her, I kind of liked her, but now she's just doing too much because she's nale beef. It's like at first she did not have a reason to fight with Ulondi, but she wanted to fight with Ulondi. But now she has this imaginary reason of which where she's saying that Ulondi disrespected her parents, and she's going to be okay the day when Ulondi calls her parents. For what? For what the fuck? Ufabafonele ukuthi banjani? Ukuthi banjani? Hayi mina enhla uma ngcane sis. Mancane girl, ayikho nje lento yakho. Now umdala. I hope angazi mina noma you were looking for a moment and you thought that was the moment for you to also shine and to also end up getting a pitch. No, that was not the moment, Shema Fuqambela Bang. Yes, for eTV, drama, I think it is like, oh, okay, yeah, you understand. And even with the show having to have them mhlampe both Ulondi and giving them pitch Ulondi and Minnie next season, it could also maybe bring our ratings and stuff like that. But honestly speaking, masihlala phansi sibheke ayikho nje lento elwela uMinnie. Even when the twins were busy explaining, talking about indaba yokuthi they do not like this thing Londi, when they talk about the costumes and all of that, next thing umuntu was like esidakelo, like see, do you really have to show ukuthi wena waselokishini, noma do you really have to show ukuthi wena uyintombazane nje? Hayi bafethu animeni kancane, yo animeni kancane, mina nje akame kancane, yo sisacela ayikabi manje usuyitholile something that is more or less like your big break on TV. Now ufuna ukudebut, ufuna ukuba that type of girl. No, but this is not the way that you're supposed to be doing it. Akube khona into ephathekayo esizoyibanga esizoyilwela. Ulondi even asked, was it Nicki Minaj? No. Was it indoda? No. Was it ubuhle? No. Talent? No. Yin ayikho yazi ayikho. Hayi mina ngiyangibhora shem. Ngiyangibhora. I'm even thinking about that episode where she was like, you will precious, you will not. For me, going is just too much. Shem, I do not want to lie to you. Ngiyabhora kanje. Ngiyangibhora kakhulu. Then we will talk about Jojo and Nonku. Jojo and Nonku, one thing I'll tell you, because I did ended up having to just watch the whole season from the first episode. Nonku knows very well Uguti Jojo. This is a one-way friendship or one-sided friendship. In other words, Jojo genuinely loves Nonku, and Nonku does not feel the same way. You know, as I was watching, when I watched this season, I started in the beginning of the season. Not in the beginning, in the middle of the season. And I kept on having this thing, I wonder, Nonku mara. I wouldn't be sure about uyayifuna life ka Jojo and also wanting a husband at Jojo. Only to find out when I started the season, if I'm not mistaken, when I started watching from episode 1, when they was busy talking about when Jojo was busy preparing for her vowel renewal. If Jojo was to die, she was going to step in. Yes, sometimes other jokes we can take them as jokes, but honestly speaking of it, there are some truths. You know, if you tend to sit down and listen to all the jokes, that are being said, even jokes nje in your personal life that are people make ngawe. You must sit down and wabheka ukuthi le joke man akukhona iqiniso la phakathi. And if there is some truth in that joke, you must not be offended. Uyabo futhi makukhuluma makube iqiniso like ukuthi mina nginekhanda likhulu whatever. Iqiniso lokho. If it's something that maybe is a lie or is trying to paint a false narrative, maybe that's when, if I ever decide I'm going to be offended, that's when I'm be offended. So uJojo uNonku's jealous. I wouldn't be shocked if she's not jealous of uJojo. And Nonku is using uJojo's emotions. uJojo loves Nonku. Nonku does not love uJojo. uJojo is Nonku is one of those friends who do not need you, but who want you to always be following them. Is that friend that you cannot correct. If you correct them, you are wrong, but if they correct you, they are right. Same thing, even going back to this thing when the episode ended where they got letters and stuff like that. Nonku, if I'm not mistaken, in an episode or two ago, she was the one who was stitching out spicy letters. Next thing now, when the same thing that she did is being done to her, now it's a problem. I hate Nonku, mina. I do not want to lie to you. Someone will tell you, Uguti, it's a strong word. Uguti, I've also been exposed to such people. These are evil people. Evil people. Yeah, you have you ever heard of this thing? It's people like Nonku who paint that narrative. There are people who are definitely like Nonku and Konzoin, and these are the same people who also end up having to drive. People who want to go to God, who want to really go and worship God with all their heart, who end up not even going to church and going to see uNkulunkulu or going to worship uNkulunkulu. I mean, these are the people like Nonku who do that. I hate this woman. I hate her. Nyamnyanya. Angifuni uqamba manga. She's evil. And uJojo, if she has not seen, I heard Guti allegedly they've followed each other. I hope this uJojo has seen the light, because she honestly does not need uNonku. uJojo, I feel like uNonku is more or less her refuge. Of which I do not see the reason why does she need a refuge. Maybe first season or the other previous seasons, because I haven't watched all the seasons, so I do not really know Guti Bizibeskipan on the show. So just based on what I'm just saying, it seems like, because there is a part where she was speaking something along the lines of what will she be without Nonku and all of that. You can be everything. Sometimes you need to lose certain people in order for you to be able to start living life, because honestly speaking, uJojo is not living life for herself. She's more or less living life for Nonku. She can't comfort other people. She can't go and be friends with other people because of Nonku, but Nonku is allowed to do whatever she wants and she likes. The part where she was even crying, saying that uJojo must come back to uNkulunkulu and all, I fucking hate that. I do not want to lie to you. I hate that. Yes, when we come to the Bible, it's true, but uNonku, nothing of hers for me is genuine. Nothing. You understand? It's nothing. Even there was that time where, I can't remember this episode, where all the ladies were gathered, and then they were talking and everything like that. As they were talking, uNonku phone yakhe rang, and then her child was speaking to her and wanted a prayer, and then she was like, okay, let me pray for you, my son. And now as she's busy praying for the son, the ladies are sitting here. She's not, I thought she was going to stand up and walk her and go and stand somewhere private where she was going to pray. No, the ladies must keep quiet and wait for her to pray for her child. Like, what the F? Okay, already I've been saying fuck, so what the fuck? What the fuck? Yo, Nonku bored me. Yo, this woman bored. Ish. Yo. She bores me. Like, uJojo Shem, she'll be running after Nonku, Bandi Sono. And Nonku is like that toxic partner that you have, that knows that you love them with all your heart, and they do not love you, and they do not even give a rat's ass about you, and they end up using that against you, using that, how you feel about them or the love that you have for them, as a weapon against you, to make sure that you do everything that they want, everything that they want, and everything has to go their way. I hate Nonku. I don't want to lie to you. Yes, someone might say, oh, hate is a strong word. Oh, well, yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah. So yeah, man, I think those were the only highlights. I feel like I'm forgetting something that also happened, but yeah, the drama is just a lot. Umini must stop it. Nonku share my feel for George. In a way, I do not really feel for her because she's an old woman or she's an adult now. She's supposed to be able to see good Nonku, she's not good for her, and Nonku is not a good friend. Everyone sees that, and I hope one day she'll get to see that. Yeah, but Nonku semkile nje wamkile. Yeah, so yeah, man, let me just wrap up this video because I feel like we've spoken about everything, and yeah, sure.